it's Millie again. It's been a while. It's been a lot going on with in my life recently. Um, it's Easter now, so I've been on some holidays. My last holiday for this long weekend, which has been I've been a sort of turn off from all social media and that kind of stuff because it's been a lot to deal with. Well, for the first, in this playlist, I'm now talking about my relationships, but I also wanted to start this YouTube channel because I wanted to talk about. They're connected to each other. My tattoos and like how they started to develop. They are connected to my relationships and things like that, or how my chapters of my life have gone on. So I wanted to have a separate playlist where I continue with my tattoos and all of that. The reason why it's been a hectic Easter, well, this is I just been spending my first day of holiday at my tattoo artist and fixing or completing a big project, which is still not complete in any way. It's far away from complete, but yeah. So it's being there and dealing with that, and then at the same time also recovering from that has been taking me like 3 days. So it's today I thought would be the day I could maybe post something new. In my last video, I ended the video with the relationship I had with the younger guy and how it was different compared to my previous relationships. Between this younger guy relationship and the one that I had for 4 years, it's been a long time, and in between there I didn't really have any relationships, more or less just fooling around. I didn't even, in a sense, see anyone except for that douche that I had on the restaurant, but that was not even seeing him because obviously that was a fucked up situation. So this was sort of like my real relationship for a while, where I actually felt like we were in a relationship. And I'm that type of person that I'm a very emotional person and very committed when I'm with someone, but if it becomes very routine in certain areas of that relationship, it gets boring. And in my 4-year relationship, our beginning of our relationship was really good, but it was very the same. And part of our relationship when I was with the guy for 4 years was that 2.5 years of that relationship we'd even live in the same city. We had a long distance relationship, and I believe that was one of the reasons why that became sort of problematic, or it sort of affected how we've been. And like I mentioned in our last video, our weekends were all about drinking. And when you're in your 20s, that's fine. Obviously, I didn't really mind either. But, at a certain point, even that gets boring. And when we come to this relationship that I had with this guy, like I mentioned, he actually took me on a proper date, which was really something that I completely forgot or missed out on relationships. I felt like, wow, that this is something that I wondered how this could even be, but yeah, and it was weird to think that that's what you do on a relationship. Um, the last year of that previous relationship I had was very full of drama. Or it was in the beginning a full drama until it became sort of quiet and we just didn't talk anymore, and we were just there, just to fulfill a relationship status and then to go home. With this guy, like I mentioned, we did a lot of things. We traveled, and we went out a lot, and he took me places. This time of my life, I'm practically just I work at I'm working like part time, and then I'm studying, and then I have 2 kittens at home that I picked them up in the summer. And I had a heck of a lot to do at school. I spend and most of my days when I was day off from work, I was at school. And most of the time when I was in school, I would get a phone call from my boss in the middle of lunch asking to come to work, and I would skip school and go to work. And then the kitties, and then I spent every night at my boyfriend's house. The kitties spent alone most of the days. So it was very all over the place, and I was exhausted, and even though I was doing great in relationship, I was mentally doing shit. It came to a point where I had to go to the school nurse, and I said that I haven't slept. I'm so exhausted. I need help. The nurse would just tell me, turn off the screens before you go to bed. Drink tea or go for a walk just for sleep, so you can go to get into routine to fall asleep. But the problem with me was that I didn't have a problem to fall asleep. I had a terrible quality of sleep. Even if I slept, it meant I woke up and I was exhausted. And I would fall asleep then in school instead. Many times in class I fell asleep because I was just so tired. My grades would start dropping because I was so exhausted to study. Several exams I sent an email to the professor and said that I can't come, I can't study because I just can't do it. It doesn't work like that. I just can't do it. So yeah, that was pretty much my life. After 2.5 months of not sleeping, I went again back to the nurse saying that this is insane. Like, I can't do this. How can this please help me somehow. I can't sleep. I keep falling asleep in class, and it's just I'm just exhausted. All I want to do is just go to bed and never wake up. And that's when she said that I'll book a time with a doctor, because we didn't have a regular school doctor there. We only had someone that was there once or twice a week or something like that, and she just said, okay, I'll book the time with you, with her, and then you can discuss with the doctor, because the nurse didn't really have any things to do or how to help me anyways, because she can't really give me anything or when she's not a doctor and things like that. All right. So I went to the doctor. I got an appointment with the doctor. I went to the doctor's office and yeah, she gave me a form of questions, and she told me that this was to test to see if I'm depressed, and I was just like, depressed? That's your answer? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not depressed. I mean, it's been a while already from my last with that guy that had yes, then I did did feel really depressed, but that was like months ago, well, like over 6 months. And I was feeling a lot better and I was a lot happier and things like that. I just don't know, won't understand why I just couldn't sleep. And, well, they gave me that stupid form, so I answered the stupid questions. And she just said to me, based on that, my answers, you are depressed. And I was just like, what? Okay. And then she said that, you know what, we'll take some tests and run and stuff like that. And took some blood tests, and later on, I think it was like the same evening or something, she called me and told me that, yeah, your levels are really like, because I was like feeling like I couldn't like slow down, so my stress levels were like really high. And so she said that I'll give you antidepressants and therapy. And I was like, what? I that was like insane for me. You know, the idea of going to a shrink was like, what the fuck? What would I go? What do I go there and tell her? Yeah, I'm depressed. Hello. Next question. Anyways, my current boyfriend at that point, I pick up the pills and I start eating them. This was the reason why I got antidepressants was the fact that because I couldn't sleep, and my doctor said that this would help me sleep, that the quality of my sleep would be a lot better. And I was just like, all I want is sleep. I don't care about anything else, all I want is sleep. And then she also said that, but you can't take these pills, just these pills, you need to have a combination of therapy and pills. So, well, I did what the doctor said. I booked an appointment with the psychiatrist that they recommended to me. My boyfriend and my current boyfriend was he was understanding, or he wanted to be very understanding. He just didn't know how or what. It was a very new situation for him, so he didn't know like how to react or how he's supposed to be. I put a lot of strain on our relationship, I remember that. Anyways, I went to my first appointment with the therapist, and yeah, it was weird. I remember going thinking like, this is so pointless. Why? I'm just gonna sit there and then she's gonna stare at me and I'm gonna stare back and I'll be like, I have nothing to say. But yeah, it really did help. Yeah, the moment I walked in, I got that feeling that this is a person I can talk to. So I did talk about a lot of stuff. And I went there for 6 months. Because I had to stop before, because I just find out that I'm gonna go abroad for 6 months to Germany, so I couldn't continue. But I would eat these pills for. The problem with these pills the good part with these pills were that I did fall asleep. I did sleep. The problem with this was that it made me numb. I felt nothing. I felt nothing for a relationship, and that was a problem with my boyfriend. And that came to a point where he said that he can't do this anymore, and where he broke up with me and I kicked him out. Anyways, it was never meant to be. We were too different. Since I was already a little bit older, I wanted to settle down. He didn't. He felt the cats were a problem. I can't stand people who think like that about my cats, because they're not just my pets. They're a reminder of me that my life is a lot better today than it was years ago. So I do not. I do not. If you want to be with me, you come with the whole package. The cats are included in the package. Anyways, yeah. So we broke up, and later on I realized it was a good thing. Then this is a time where I also started again to increase my drinking. And again, obviously, I was not allowed to even drink because I was eating these pills, but at that point, I didn't really give a fuck, to be honest. Really didn't. I just drank. And, yeah. I worked and went to therapy, and yeah, then there came the time where I was gonna pack up my bags and leave Finland for 6 months. And I went to Germany. I gave my cats away for 6 months and packed my bag and left. I think it was a good time in my life to leave because, again, it was been a lot of crap going on and a lot of shitty stuff, and I finally once again could just leave and leave everything behind me. So the phase in Germany was a crazy phase. Insane. I never really. I mean, I've done one night stands before, but I don't like it because sleeping with someone for me is a very emotional state, or like emotional thing. It's like you're opening up to someone else on a physical level. But then again, I sometimes was so lonely and so hurt, and at least I knew if I went to a bar I could pick someone up and sleep with someone, and just then after that just go away. The problem with that is that I would always feel used and dirty afterwards. But in Germany, yeah, I did. My partying and my drinking got worse. I really did. I met a lot of good, nice people, and really, I don't regret my time there at all. Because I met friends that I still friends today with, so it's not like I don't regret going there. But there are a lot of things that I did there and stuff like that I could have just erased away now. Feel like I don't have to do all of that, but yeah. One of the positive things were that I did meet my Spanish roommate who called herself vegetarian, and for once I never really called myself a vegetarian, but I just sort of became one because meat was expensive and I felt really crap afterwards when I ate meat. And later on, after reading stuff and holding on, like going for a healthy lifestyle, I started to realize that meat was not part of a healthy lifestyle. So, but after meeting her, I became confident to go out and tell people that I'm a vegetarian and proud of it. And that's what I did. Yeah, well, lots of food, lots of vegetables and all that kind of thing was really good. And I got inspired by cooking, at least, when I was with her. And yeah, I mean, it was a time to get off from everything, but at the same time, and sort of, I liked the idea of going there to Germany because no one really knew my past life and no one knew me in my life. So I could just go there with this clean slate and be just me, and that's it, and people will just see what I am there. But yeah, that was just something. That was a yeah, I did have a few one night stands there, and it was crazy with a lot of drinking, and I was out all the time and late and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it it was also a reminder. I remember in the end of 6 months when I was like, I'm fucking tired of this whole partying stuff. And thank God for that, because when I come back, that's when I got my current job. And I started to put pieces together with my own life. And we're getting close to the better years of my life. But these sort of phases have gone on in my life past time, and they just have to happen for the good stuff to happen. The crappy stuff have to happen before. But I guess, yeah, I would like to continue for a while again, but I mean, it's already been this much time already in this video, so I guess I'm gonna end it here, and I will get back to you in my next video. And regarding when I mentioned about my tattoos, I would like to have another playlist about that, just to go through my tattoos in general, and because I have a few of them already. And also I wanted to explain my current journey, tattoo journey that I'm doing right now, which is a heck of a lot of work to do, and but it's gonna be so amazing when it's done. But I wanted to talk. I want to create a complete own playlist about that, which is all about that, and then. But they are also related to this relationship stuff, so I wanted to first make a playlist on my relationships where I discuss this, what happened until to the current state today, and then I'll start my new playlist with all the tattoos projects that I have, and then after that, I don't know. Depends now how I'm just testing out and see how this is gonna go, and let's see what happens with all these playlists and YouTube channels and things like that. Anyways, please follow if you want to continue to listen to my story, and just send me comments and questions, whatever, if you feel like you want to comment or say something. But till next time, bye!